Sorry I'm a little tiny bit late. You know how it goes. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Let's see here. Hi guys. Sorry, I was a little discombobulated. Gonna make this a little bit. Okay. Got all these cords and stuff. I want to make sure that everybody can hear me and everything's good. I had I could not find my sweater and it's really chilly. So I kept thinking, if I don't find this, I'm going to freeze the whole time. So, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me today. Hello, Judy and Linda and Jan and Carrie and Vandana. Thank you so much for being here. Nice to see all of you. And I can't see all of who joined before that. Let's see, Linda. Say hello if you're here for the first time. Thank you for coming to my channel. So, some things we're going to talk about today real quick before we start. I wanted to share with you this piece. Thank you, Jan. Thank you so much. This piece, hi Janine, is on a gallery wrapped canvas, 8x8 gallery wrapped canvas. And so last week, remember the collage papers that we made, and we did the intuitive scripting on the Gelli plate. And this was one of the little circles. We used the little circle Gelli plate like this, and we made this intuitive scripting. So this is one of the pieces that ended up being created by that. And this, yes, this is a 2 collage papers. This piece right here is actually wallpaper, the blue. This is texture paste, just a gel medium basically, and then I painted over it. We got stenciling and some embellishments here with some ink and stuff. So I really enjoyed the way that this one turned out. And it has a companion piece to it as well. Let me show you this one. And this one is harder to see. I know, Jan, the circles is really pretty, and I keep wanting to use the circle one. This one is also the companion piece. I haven't really shown that much yet. But this piece turned out really pretty too. And this is the collage paper we did last week with the intuitive scripting, this whole left side. And then we have the, again, intuitive scripting gel plate collage papers. And then stencils, black ink. This is also the gel medium. And this is wallpaper as well. So wallpaper is a great resource if you have a store that wants to give you some of their wallpaper samples. It's a great resource to use in your mixed media art. And so I've been finding this quite helpful. This is also on a gallery wrapped canvas here. So I'm pretty much in love with this one too. These two are coming up in our auction. Sandra and I have an auction, and we help artists sell their work. Last auction was quite successful, and we're looking forward to a successful auction this time. We have 14 new artists joining us, and I'm also going to be exhibiting these pieces, which will come up at auction. I'm going to make them pretty reasonable, so be sure to join. There's a link in the description box for Arts Healing Hearts auctions, and we help artists sell their work. And that's basically, we just built a platform for that purpose. So that's what we're doing, and that's where these will be available if you're interested. All you have to do is join the auction group and get on our newsletter. So there's a newsletter link in the description box, and be sure to join, and you can stay abreast of that, or go on Facebook, Art Healing Hearts Auctions.com, or I'm sorry, it's the Art Healing Heart Auctions Facebook group, and you can join and participate. You can encourage other artists. You can please invite people to join the group. All of those things are quite helpful, and we're just trying to help other artists sell their work and also provide a platform for that. So let me get these out of the way so I don't ruin them. And now, the next thing I wanted to show you. So those are two instances of what we use with this collage paper that we're making, because I'm just making a ton of it, right? Here's another example of something I worked on this week using some of the collage papers, like this, for example, and this. A lot of the background and this part, it's all made with the collage papers from last week. Now I'm going to raise this up a little bit so you can see some of the details of this piece. It's really beautiful. I also use some, music print in the back of that. And we have some beautiful origami paper here. There's just so many layers in this piece. And there's some hand-painted flowers over here on this area. And it's hard to tell, but this whole tree is metallic gold papers, and I used walnut ink to kind of accentuate some of the details on this tree. And there's just so many beautiful things to look at in this piece. It's really pretty. The blue I mixed, the blue I mixed in the last one. I was pretty impressed with myself that I matched the wallpaper with that. But yeah, this is one of the pieces that will also be available in the Art Healing Hearts auction, and I'm pretty excited about this one. There's some others I'm still working on, and we'll see how they come about. But so there's that. Because what's the point of making all these papers if we don't use them in something, right? Isn't that the point of this whole thing? So we want to use the papers that we're creating. Last thing, where's my notes? I actually had notes today because I had so much to talk about. Of course, I just covered my notes up. Supplies to everything's in the description box, joggles.com. That's one thing I wanted to share with you, is go to joggles.com. They are partnering with me right now, and it's just a great family-owned business. And also my Amazon store, so if you're interested in any of the links to anything that we talk about. Prayers for Cheryl. You guys, Cheryl is still not feeling great, and so we want to give her a little hugs to Cheryl, and thank you to Vandana for being here to support this live. Now, the last thing is we're doing a giveaway, and I love this pen. I absolutely love this pen. I showed you last week some of the beautiful ways that you could make leaves really easy with this pen. Jane Davenport makes this pen. It's called License to Quill, and basically it's a fine line brush pen. It's waterproof, and it has this beautiful little tip on the end of it, a brush tip. Let me see if I have one. I do have one open right now just so I can show you, but this is what we're going to be giving away today. It's like she made some art supplies with an eyeliner in mind. So basically, if you've ever used one of those thick black eyeliners, I'm going to try to bring you in a little tiny bit here, but that's what this pen is almost like. So it's just really fun to use. It works great for the intuitive scripting that we do on the gel plate. It lasts a while. I'm going to be honest with you and tell you it does not last as long as I wish it did. But, you know, it lasts a while. So it would be nice if you could win one today. And then you can get it for free. And thank you to Christina Welch, who sent me a couple of these last week so I could give one away for free at no cost to me. I just love you, Christina. You're so awesome. You can't put ink in this. This is a one-time purchase. We wish we could, but no. You can find it in my Amazon shop, you guys. So that's that. So we're going to give that away here in about 20 or 30 minutes. We're going to do a little bit of stuff first. Now, the whole reason you came, I'm sure, is about this onion skin thing. And yes, it's somewhat of a clickbait title, so you have to forgive me. But before you just leave, a friend, Serena, sent me some onion skin paper. And I have never even heard of this. So for those of you who know all about papers, you're probably like, well, duh. But she sent me some onion skin paper. I didn't know anything about this. This is like, these are vintage papers, you guys. So, you know, you have to decide if it's something that you can really afford or not. Like back in the day, this whole ream was probably, it was $4.85. So, I mean, these are old, right? And then here's some varieties that she shared with me. I know, I'm so bad. Hi, Cheryl. We all gave you love and kindness before. I don't know if you heard it or not, but yeah, we sent you some love when we were all missing you so much. It's nice to see you here. Hi, Kathy and Janice. Nice to see you guys here. So, of course, Jan, you knew it was that onion skin paper. And she said that there's 3 types in here, 2 just old typing paper varieties, which I think are these 2. The smaller 9x11 sheets, and you know, it says Racer Ace onion skin. So this was literally a type of typing paper. You can feel it has a very onion skin quality. It's very translucent and it's quite strong. It's made with cotton. I did a little reading about it. And then the smaller 9x11 sheets, this is what she said she loves. It comes from Phil's stationery store in New York City. And she just sent me, she got 50 sheets off of eBay and just sent me a few to try with my printing. And then as she was sealing the FedEx, UPS delivered the last of what she bought off of eBay. This is a legal size onion skin paper. This is actually what's most intriguing to me. I can actually see the watermark through here. It says erasable woven onion skin. I'm sure you can't see that through here, but see how it is translucent. And it is really crispy. It just has the most fascinating like ASMR sound to it. I love that. And she gave me a bunch of that to try. So I put a link in my description box to Amazon, who does sell some vintage onion skin paper. I looked on eBay and there's a few. You really have to look if you want to try this stuff out because it is not cheap. So it's one of those art supplies that I'm going to try for you because I love you guys and I've never even worked with it yet. I just been too busy this week doing other things. But I'm going to try to work on it for you and we're going to see what we can get in terms of print. It'll be interesting to see how it compares with the Shuzigami rice paper. This sketch paper that I've been using. This is my favorite rice paper I've been using for all of the the gel press prints, and so it'll be interesting to see how it is different from that. And so I think we're going to start with that today. And I just want to play around. Honestly, I hope you're just willing to just hang out with me for a minute and just play, because I do have a few little ideas that I've wanted to try. I did write them down. So one thing I wanted to do is, let me look here real quick. Hi, Gina from Washington. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you here. Like I said, if you just joined us, we're going to be giving away this License to Quill by Jade Davenport pen here, probably in about 20 minutes or so. But I just have a few little things I'm wanting to try. I'm going to use this small gel press plate today. I have a big one. I have a round one. This is the 8x10, 5x7, sorry. Where is my 8x10? Because that actually would be a little better today. But you know what? I'm going to put you on. I'm going to let you take care of yourself here for a second. I really want to find the bigger one. I don't know what I was thinking. Find the 8x10. Well, I'm going to use the 9x12 actually. And then we'll get a bigger brayer too for this. Here we go. Now this gel plate is by Gelli Arts. The other ones that, whoops, oh, this chair. I need a new chair so badly. The other brand is Gel Press, and this is Gelli Arts. They work the same. So this is the 9x12. I think we'll work on this one today because I'm going to be doing, I just want to do some full page experiments here. So I'll just take it out of its little case and put your little Mylar sheet back on it. You can see I put this one away a little dirty, and yeah, because that's just the way it goes sometimes. So what that means is we're gonna have a little bit of what's called artifacting left over on this plate, which is okay. You know, it adds to the interest a little bit. And then I'm gonna have this sprayer. This is a 6 or something inch sprayer, maybe 8-inch sprayer. But I kind of like this sprayer too for the bigger plates, and then I use the smaller one for like the little round gel plate. It works pretty good for that one. Or this little, maybe this is a 6-inch. So that one works pretty good too. Okay, so one thing we're going to start doing today that I've been wanting to try is I always work from light to dark with my gel press, and I was thinking, what if I could do a dark layer first, and then work kind of in reverse. So I've been thinking about that. I'm going to start by using a really dark color on the bottom. And I want to make sure it's an opaque color too. So let me pull some black here. Boy, I'm not very fast right now. Let's see. I try to keep everything organized. I really do. But I'm going to tell you, it is hard. Okay, I can't find my black right now. I'm going to actually... thank you. Rocket Toss is always so awesome. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. If you guys want to support this channel, I always appreciate that. Thank you so much. Ooh, Payne's Gray Serena. We'll try that again next time too. I did find this Van Dyke Brown, which is pretty, and let's do a little touch of, just a touch of carbon black on here too. I mean, I want to make it really, really dark. And we need to pull the stencil out first because I didn't do that. So I think we worked with that stencil last time. We could work with a brand new stencil we've never tried here. This is a Joggles stencil from the Elizabeth St. Hilaire collection. This is her Klimt collection. And this one is called Deconstructed Daisies. It's actually considered a mask, not a stencil. That's okay. And oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. So I'm just going to swirl this around a little bit. I've got a really rich, sort of deep brown color with that black and that, yeah, of course I want to add, I'm already wanting to add something. Let me add a little tiny bit of, make sure to set your brayer this side down, by the way, because I set mine the other direction and it ended up sticking. So that's no fun. Here, I just want to add a little bit of bronze just to give it some, like, a little sheen. Not a lot, but just a little bit of a sheen in there. Tiny bit. Now, I don't want too much paint left down. I put way too much paint on here, just for those of you who are just watching. Just know that I just put way too much paint down. Then I'm gonna lay down the stencil. Cheryl, thank you so much. You're so sweet. We miss you, Cheryl. And thank you, Jan. Aw, you guys are so kind. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to use deli paper. The first layer, you're like, wait, we were doing onion skin. I know, but one thing I wanted to do is I noticed that deli paper kind of helps you go in between the layers really well, and I want to pull up some of this paint. Okay, so what I want to do right now is kind of really make sure that I'm going in between every single line. And because deli paper is so thin, see, it helps me get into every single place. The rice paper is a lot thicker than I'm using, that sketch Sumigami rice paper. It's a lot thicker and it doesn't go in between the lines. And that's one of the reasons why I hadn't used this mask before, because I'm kind of addicted to that rice paper, but I think the onion skin paper will work. And this deli paper we can use to just remove some of that. Okay. I'm going to remove the stencil. Ooh, that's so pretty in and of itself. And then what I'm going to do is I want to add some bright colors in here, just some bright. Let's do some magenta. Maybe we'll just do a little bit of magenta in here. And how about some, maybe some orange. Do I have orange? Oh, come on, Heather. Here we go. Yes, I have some pyro orange. And I'm going to add that in here. Basically, we're just adding it. We're going to try to add some color back into the spaces here. We're going to do some white. And some about a few drops of this Indian yellow hue? I love that color. It's just so amazing. And then I'm going to take a makeup sponge and kind of press it in between all of these little lines here. I don't know. We'll see if this works. Oh, maybe I will just try to brayer it anyway. So you guys are here for all of these little experiments of mine. I just don't want to I don't want to move the stencil at all, so I was afraid to brayer it. And I can also see I don't have enough paint to cover everything. Okay. You can kind of see that black still in there. It gives that little ghost look right around here. Okay. Now, technically, I want this to just chill for a second. I'm just going to see if I can get some of this paint off of here. The paint that's stuck onto the stencil. This is a good way to just clean it off, really. I'm just trying to do a little cleanup. And no, it didn't really come off on the deli paper at all. So, pointless. Now we're going to let this completely dry. I'm going to work on, while this one is doing that, I'm going to pull one of these really quick. This is the gel press. This one is the little 5x7. And I just laid my brayer down the wrong way. You got to kind of get in the habit of doing this the right way. And on this one, I'm going to just lay down. I'm just going to build a base layer real quick for something. This was just the teal, and I just want to get a little, just a base layer going. I didn't have quite enough. I must be scared of using paint today because I keep using not quite enough. Oh, don't feel bad for being late. We're so glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Moose crazy in the house. Okay, let's take a piece of this onion skin paper because I'm very curious to see. This is the crispy 9x11. Ooh, it does pull off really good. Little bit of a mottled look to it, but that'll be a good base layer. Let's see if this is dry yet. Not quite. We're gonna wait. Like last week we didn't totally wait until things were completely dry, and I ended up messing up a few things. So this week we're actually gonna wait, and I turned the heat on in here too. So I'm going to do another base coat layer as long as we're at it. Payne's Gray was a suggestion earlier. Let's do Payne's Gray, and I'm a huge fan of using multiple paints. Where is this one? Oh, I had a blue. Here we go. Is that it? Yeah, Prussian. A little bit of Prussian blue. We'll just add that in there for a little bit of depth. And then kind of swirl around if you want to make a color, if you want to mix the colors. I am a real fan of doing different, more modeled effects than straight effects because I just like the way it adds a certain depth. But it's nice to just do one or two colors too. We'll pick this one up on this onion skin paper. So far, it's very absorbent. It is made with cotton, I know that, and that's probably why we're getting that absorbency. It's extremely strong, so if it was typing paper originally, you can bet that's one of the reasons for its strength and why it was made with cotton, because oh, how pretty. It picked up some of the blue, the teal from the first print, and we'll do something fun and cool over these in just a minute. Go back here. Now, let's see if the rice paper picks up this, because this is one thing I do know about this rice paper is when all else fails and nothing else will pick up anything more off of the gel plate, the rice paper will come in and pick up more. Did a little bit, not much though. This poor plate, I really put it through the ringer this last time. I'm just going to try to clean this off real quick. See if I can get anything more off of this plate so it's a little clearer. Now I could actually really get everything off this plate if I put another layer down of another color, especially a titanium white or something like that. I want to check in on our first one. Judy, thank you for coming though. I appreciate you showing up. Thank you. All right, we're going to do this, and then we're probably going to do our little pen giveaway after we pull this print. So you want to make sure this is pretty dry. And then we want to put like a neutral color over the top of here because we have a lot going on. So I'm going to try it with we want a neutral but opaque color. So heck, let's just do white because it'll be easiest. Let's just see. I'm going to use this little gel plate right here as a way to get all of this on my brayer before I even start. I noticed I got a little bump in my table where my paper is kind of bowed, and it's definitely putting a cramp in my style today. All right, let's grab one of these sheets, lay it down. Oh, that was the wrong sheet, but we're just gonna go with it. Just see how this works. This is kind of like carbon paper, right? I remember that too. I'm the same age as you guys. Now this did not work. So it's possible it did not work because I did not put enough paint on here. I'm gonna rub it a little bit more and see if I can get it to come up. But you know, there is, like, this is experimental. This is why. I'm going to show you. It did work in some places. It actually looks kind of cool. Okay. Look at this. It didn't work in every place, but it did work in some places. Let me see if I can get this. Maybe a little bit more burnishing, like rubbing, can get it to come out a little bit better. at that. Now, every place I pulled it up and then started rubbing, it created a line. So that's interesting. That'll make a really interesting paper though, I think. And then, so this is what I think we should do with this paper, because it has so many lines. I should actually clean this off of here. Where's my cleanup sheet? Right here. Let me clean this off here real quick. But I think we should do that wet technique on the back of this paper. First, let's do our pen giveaway. Because not everyone can stay. So I want to, that did not clean that up at all. It's almost dry. Wonder if the atmosphere has something to do with it. Okay. I'm going to finish this in a special way. But I want to do this pen giveaway, the Jane Davenport pen I've been talking about, licensed to quill pen. And what I'm going to ask of you guys is, I'm going to take my pencil here and I'm going to write down a number. And please do not start guessing yet. Wait until I say start. I'm going to write down a number. How many people are in this room? 30. So let me write down a number over here. Okay. I just wrote down a number and it's between 1 and 30. And I want you guys to guess what that number is. And you can start now. And the first person to get that number is going to win this pen, and I'll pay for the shipping and everything. So, oh, I already see it. Ah, Kathy Mack. Stop. Kathy Mack. Look at the number. She was so fast. 17. That was the number, 17. Kathy Mack. Kathy, send me your, either on Facebook or in an email, heathermaderart@gmail.com, or on Facebook, send me your information. I need your shipping address. Congratulations to Kathy Mack for the winner of the Jane Davenport pen. I'm excited to send to you guys. Okay. So thank you for playing. That was fun. I'm going to get a piece of this deli paper out, and I want to show you the technique that we were doing last week. I know I'm kind of all over the place today, you know, you guys. I didn't have a huge plan for today. I just wanted to hang out and play. So you have to forgive me a little bit if I'm just all over the place. But I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool? One of the things that I really like about this is there's all this white space, but we can actually wet it through the back and come in through the back. So the cool part about this is we could use any color, even colors that normally wouldn't go with red. So we could make this really striking, like we could do greens and blues coming through the back, or purples and greens or something like that. So I think we should do that. And all I'm going to do, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do here, is I'm going to mix up. Let's use this little palette right here. Some colors that maybe normally wouldn't go very well with red, only because it would turn into mud. So I'm going to use some phthalo green and some turquoise phthalo. The thing is, these have to be really watery. So, and again, this is the technique I said you should probably just use your regular paints and not your golden fluids for this, but here I am doing it again. You know, I have a sickness for golden fluids, I think. They're just easy. They're easy to get out. they're easy to mix, and so I just find myself going to them over and over and over again. All right, now this will work beautifully on this is the rice paper. We ended up pulling on this one. This works beautifully with the rice paper because it soaks all the way through. And basically you just get this really super wet, and then you just start soaking it. And that's all I'm doing. Now you want to lay it on a non-stick surface, like this deli paper is. It's unwaxed, but it's non-stick, and so it won't stick to the paper. Otherwise, if you use something else, you may end up with sticking. Let's do some of that Payne's gray just to get some other colors going on in here. Some little darker tones. You know, I like mixing it up here. I'm so glad that you guys are here with me today. Thank you for hanging out with me. It's been fun, 3 Sundays in a row, huh? It's like a record or something. So what's going to happen is any place that I have put this paint is going to soak through the front. And we're going to get, oh, it's so pretty. Look at how this turned out, you guys. So this part, if I just want more, let's say I just want more, because, you know, more is better. Let's see, where is that? It's down here. Any place that's kind of white. I'm going to pull that phthalo green again. Get a little bit more of that going on, because that was really pretty coming through there. Some of this green. Any place that you see a white space or a light space, you could put more. And all the way to the edges. And then when you use this as collage paper, you can tear it and there won't be any white edges because this is pigment soaked all the way through to the very, very back of the paper, as long as it's wet. All right, I think that's gonna be good. Let's see what that looks like now. Oh, that's pretty. Hold on. I know I'm being so anal retentive right now, but I am a Virgo, y'all. This is how we are. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I love it. Let me show it to you up front. So as I'm learning these gel plates, I'm just getting more and more, I'm getting better and better at learning how to layer things. So I can make one really gorgeous piece of collage paper. And this is one of my absolute favorite techniques. Look at all the interest in there. All the colors that you wouldn't be able to necessarily layer. It does look just like Batik. And Jen, is Gina working and painting with me right now? Oh, Gina, that's awesome. Isn't this pretty? I'm like in love with this. This one little white corner right here is gonna bug me though, so I can probably just pop some paint right on there. I like it, you know, obviously coming from the back, you won't get any weird colors, but I'm just going to go around and finish the edges of this. So just in case I wanted to use this whole sheet for something, which I very well could because it's so pretty. I'm just getting... Now, you want to dry this on the paper just like that and set it somewhere. Anybody else remember set it and forget it? That's how old I am. Set it and forget it. So that was fun. That was really fun. do a couple of little stencils on this one. So I put that white down. The only way to really get that off completely is to use a baby wipe or to take it to the sink and wash it off. So I'm actually just going to use a baby wipe for convenience right now. It works really good. It's not very environmentally friendly. Just don't flush it down your toilet. Yeah, Gina, you should share what you're doing in my Facebook group. I agree with Jan. That's a great idea. Oh, Ron Popeil passed away, did he? I don't know. I'm just feeling older and older all the time, you know? I don't want to make this a sentimental thing, but I could. Yesterday, I felt so, like, sentimental about family and life, and I'm getting older, and I just really felt sentimental about some things yesterday. It was really hard for me. Today, I'm trying not to focus so much on that, but it just seems like so many people are getting older. And then you know how you see somebody on like an actress that you've been watching your whole life, and all of a sudden you're like, wow, they're actually old. Like it's like when Dick Clark started actually looking old, I was like, wow, maybe I am getting older. Because if Dick Clark starts to look old, then he passes away. I was like, oh, I think he passed away already. Yeah. So it's just, you know, you start realizing. Okay. You don't want to do too much of the drying because you don't want to leave little bits on here, but let's pull you back closer and I'll see if I can. We're going to do a couple of prints on top of here. Okay. So I want to prepare one bronze. Let me move my bucket of water here because I'm totally running out of room. I did want to prepare one bronze sheet. One back layer of bronze. How could I just lose that when I just had it? This is crazy. Bronze, where are you? Oh, so sorry. Here we go. Okay. I know I wanted to do I'm running out of room. The thing is, when I'm running out of room, I start just stacking things up everywhere, and then the next thing you know, it's just like a total disaster. I'm not one that can work super well in a really scattered environment. All right, let's do another one of these onion skin papers. I'm curious to see how this will pull on here. I just love this bronze. It is so beautiful. Oh, it pulls so pretty. Look at that. And I see that onion skin paper is very translucent. The thing about the deli paper is it has a little bit of resist to it, so it is also thin, but it's not as strong. And I can definitely tell that onion skin paper, it just has a really pretty quality to it. I'm not sure if I would say it's more favorite than the rice paper that I'm using, because I'm extremely in love with this rice paper, but I think we should try, look at this stencil. I've been wanting to try it. Let's try this one. This is Grunge Collection. I think these ones were running out of stock at Joggles, but you can try. The other thing is, go to Wish. If you don't mind waiting forever, you can go to wish.com and buy just thousands of stencils, and they're like $1 a piece, $2 a piece. And then you don't have to wait very long, but you do have to wait very long for them. They don't come for a long time. I ordered some finally, but I still have yet to see them. What's my oh, Gina, you're August 27th, because that's my birthday too. That's my birthday too. All right. How cool is that? All right. I do have a method to my madness here, you guys. I know it seems like I'm just doing weird, random things, but this is what I was thinking about. I've been watching a lot of these Elizabeth St. Hilaire videos, and she is just, what a talent. I love her little personality. She cuts right to the chase, which I really appreciate. You know, I like to cut to the chase too when I'm not doing a live, because I've always appreciated videos that did that. I just haven't had the time to do all the editing that I normally do. But I still want to connect with you guys. So this is my compromise, I guess, is being able to do a live. I know some people are like, oh, they're just too long. And they are really long. But, so this is just bronze and, sorry, I'll move that up a little bit, and teal that I'm just putting over the top of this stencil right here. And those were the two colors that we also used for the bases. And her, Elizabeth St. Hilaire, this is the idea that she gave me for these colors and everything. Sometimes if you don't have, you know, inspiration just jumping at you, then that's okay. You can watch somebody else and do what they do. Even I have to do that sometimes. And, oh wait. Maybe I was supposed to do this. Okay, I made a mistake. I needed to pull this off first. Oh, it's so pretty though. Look at that pattern. I'm going to lose some of this now because, unfortunately, I should have pulled this off on the bronze. I love foil art. Yeah, I did see her. I've been watching her too. I've been in communication with her, talking about maybe doing a collaboration with her, actually. Look at that. That stencil is really pretty. It was pretty on that onion skin paper too. I just like the crinkly texture of it. Let's do one more, and this time I'm gonna be a little bit more mindful about what I'm doing. So I'm actually gonna try one of these, the same exact thing on one of my favorite papers, which is this rice paper. I know I keep going back to it because it just really works for me generally. And that's the thing, you know, we can find what works for us, and something that works for us may not be someone else's favorite. And that's kind of, you know, the beauty of art. That's kind of what makes our art ours. The things that we enjoy, the things that we work and that work well for us. Okay, Linda, it was nice to see you though. Look, it did capture just a little bit, just a little hint of that. So now we have 3 papers with, you know, that pattern. Let's do the teal one, and we'll try to catch something on a teal. So let's do this real quick. And I think we need to go darker. So maybe this Prussian blue mixed, and some of this Payne's gray would be a little darker. And I'm still going to use my little makeup brush sponge. Now, I was looking at this last one. There was areas here you could see where I put too much paint down, and it actually went under the mask, so I don't want to do that with this one. I want to lightly put it on here, and I'm dabbing instead of smearing because that's another thing I was trying to hurry. I think that's one thing about doing lives that I don't like, is I feel a pressure to hurry because I don't want a lot of dead air. I watch live sometimes and it's a lot of dead air and I get bored and I leave. So I think that happens sometimes. I think, oh, I don't want people. Aw, thank you so much, Rocket Sauce. You're so awesome. I appreciate each and every one of you who support my channel and my Amazon shop and all that stuff. It helps so much. Portland is getting very expensive this year. I know you're all feeling inflation, right? Oh my goodness, it's pretty incredible. Okay, this time I'm going to do what I was supposed to do, which the first time, which is pull off the stencil carefully. And then we'll see what we have underneath there. And then we were going to do this dark over this light teal paper, right? Although it would have looked really pretty over the bronze too. And this is the onion skin paper that's picking that up. Oh, how pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. So now we have light over dark and dark over light. And probably I can pull this as well if I use, I don't know, let's just see. So let's just see if we put bronze over the top of here and we put it on bronze paper. Let's see what happens. It might just pull up this blue. Maybe. Aw, thank you, Gina. That was fun, huh? We're gonna have a short session today. Ah, it did. So it just pulled up a little bit. It didn't pull up a lot, but man, isn't that pretty? Look at that bronze. Wouldn't that be pretty for like an antiqued project that you're doing, or something where you just really needed a super shimmery kind of antique looking paper. I just love that so much. And then the stencil, let's see, what could we pull off with the stencil too? I'm going to wipe this clean one more time and do one more print, and then I think we are going to be done for today. I want to show you that very first one that we did now that it's starting to dry too. Wow, it's so pretty. That's the thing, is you can get a lot of depth with these papers. And some of these you can just create a whole project with the paper. Oh, videos are coming. Honestly, I forgot to tell you this. This is like a whole part of it. The videos for these two pieces are actually coming. I have them on the cutting room floor. And so you'll actually get to see the creation videos once I get them edited. So I just want to make sure you know that that is happening. And the other video that is coming is for this piece. Woo! I don't know about that piece. I haven't decided yet. I almost showed you a piece that I wasn't quite ready to show yet. This one. Let's see. But yeah, for this piece, I have a creation video too. So both of these are going to be on video, and I'll be, editing them soon. Oh, I just took you in even closer. This was not my intention. So you have to forgive me. Well, anyway, I'm trying to, let's see. Anyway, this piece is really, really beautiful, and it uses collage papers just like this one. And, oops, I'm already messing something up here. But it uses a collage paper just like this one. This piece started with a collage paper right here, and I ended up tearing it up and putting it all over. And so, you'll be able to see. So just stay tuned to my channel. I mean, they are coming. It just takes me a long time to do the editing these days. Here's the one that we just made. I'm so in love with it. It's very pretty. And I love these colors together. They're just so vibrant. And I'm excited to do something with this. It gets my creative juices flowing. That's what I notice. When I make these papers, even if I'm not feeling particularly like, maybe I'm just not in a great space or not particularly arty, I can still make these. And I just it feels good to do it. So, all right, let's try one more. This is the Arteza Pearl Marmalade, and I'm gonna use that with some orange. Find it here. We're gonna just work in a little warm color pattern for a second. That's way too much paint for this plate, by the way. Just making sure that you understand that I way overdid it. I actually need to turn the page of my book here. When I put my brayer, I just put it in a magazine, and then I just use these as the base for collage papers prints in the future. This is actually a cool magazine, you guys. It's called In Her Studio, Spaces and Stories of Creative Women. And I love this magazine. But, when you get tired of using it. So let's stir these together. Ooh. My gosh, that is bright. I'm not an orange person either. I don't know what I was thinking. I actually am going to tone this with a little bit of the Indian yellow. Let me just swirl this in just to give it some different color patterns here. Hi, Julie. Just heading home. I got a bright orange color there. So let's put this mask down. Let's try this again. And we'll put a quinacridone magenta over part of it. And we'll put alizarin crimson over part of it. And I'm gonna have to get a different sponge here. I really want to get one of those blotters. Have you seen those blotters? They're like, I think Ranger makes them. And they have like a reusable end on them. Because, I mean, these makeup sponges, they work okay, but I've really seen those blotters work really, really, really well. And I feel like that's something I could use. But you know, we all, how many art supplies does one person need? I mean, really, it gets to a point where you're just like, okay, Heather, I have so many art supplies. Like you know, every time I switch mediums, I get something new that I can use for that medium, and I'm starting to accumulate a lot of supplies. And I mean, it is my career too, one of my careers, but it's easy to justify that way, isn't it? Okay, so that was alizarin crimson and magenta. I'm going to pull this off now. And see if we can pop it on here real quick. Yeah, makeup blotters. That's kind of what I have, Carrie, is like this thing, but it's almost, I don't know. It's hard to hold. Like, I have arthritis, and this little tool, like doing that, it really hurts my hand. And the way that the thing I'm talking about has like a little handle. Woo! Look how pretty. Oh, I'm in love with that. Isn't that pretty? That's a really pretty paper too. It's almost one you could use in conjunction with this. If you were doing a piece, you have this, you know, some of the similar colors, and then the bronze would be a good counterplay to all that, because there is a little bit of bronze in here too. That's fun. Anyway, I think that's it, everybody. I just want to say thank you so much. Look at all the pretty papers. I'll bring them over here so you can really see what we created today. Just all the pretty little textures. All these papers would go together to create something too. You know, we have this one that has like the little bronze highlights in there, and the blue, and this one, you know, is not my favorite, but I would consider this a starting layer to another piece. So this is that onion skin paper. So one thing I'm going to say about this onion skin, I love the translucency of it, but compared to the rice paper, it is wrinkling. That means when you do your collage, you're also going to get more wrinkling as you adhere it to the canvas or whatever. One thing about the rice paper, it just keeps soaking up more and more and more. It's really, really thirsty paper. So, you know, I like the onion skin paper, but I'm going to say this rice paper is still my favorite, the Yasumoto sketch paper. You get 48 sheets. You can find it in my Amazon shop. Yeah, I'm going to have to say, even though I love the vintage papers and I will absolutely use them, I still definitely have a little soft spot for that, for that other paper. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Congratulations, Kathy. Send me your information and I'm happy to send you the beautiful pen that you won. And to the rest of you, if you haven't already joined my Facebook group, please do Inspired Art with Heather Mader. And I will try to come next Sunday. I think it's a fun time to do this on Sundays. And yeah, that's it. So I'm going to bring you guys down. Let me bring you down here for a little close-up. These aren't quite showing totally true to color when I bring it closer, because this is pretty vibrant in real life. Thank you so much for coming, guys. Love you, Carrie. And thanks all of you for coming. All right, bye-bye.